Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Train Man, and welcome to the weekly timetable for the week of July 20th, 2014. And I had a decently busy half week, really. Frankly, though, I've been losing track of days so badly, I'm surprised that any of these videos get up on time or on the right day or anything. I was away at RPI for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for student orientation. Had one hell of a time. Very, very busy. Uh, Planned my schedule. Walked around the campus a lot. There's a lot of walking. And got to meet a few people. So, among other things, I figured out where my dorm is. Figured out what the room sort of looks like. All the furniture is movable. So, August 19th is move-in day. And from that point on, you'll be seeing something different behind me. Until, summer rolls around again or something like that, or I have to record stuff from the laptop. Something just occurred to me. Want to throw this in there before I get into the 5 videos this week. Instead of planning for being home, instead of planning for being away, I'm gonna have to plan for being home, because when I'm there, that's where the desktop will be, and I won't be able to record otherwise unless I buy a second license for the laptop, which I'm tempted to do. But, moving on. On Monday, we had Train Man's Modular Minecraft, episode 57, entitled Other Tasks, because we kind of diverged from what we've been doing, which is primarily looking for diamonds and begging for diamonds and mining a lot, because I had the idea to go for an electric jetpack. So we start this whole kind of saga of making all these different bits and pieces, and it turns out it's probably going to be a little bit easier than it looked at first. But when I opened up the recipe for that jetpack, it looked very, very intimidating. The idea is to go into the Nether and find some Nether diamonds, which are worth 4 diamonds. So really, really, much better. And when you have a jetpack, getting around the place is so much easier. And when you break the Nether ores, which angers the pigmen, then you can just up and fly away. Something else I should say about that is that I wasn't sure if I could go to the Nether in the first place, because I was thinking as an experienced Minecraft player that you need a diamond pickaxe. I forgot about the bucket method. I forgot. Wow. So then we started building a pump, and that's a whole fiasco. So go watch the episode. There's a lot of good stuff. Much less boring than the mining ones. We've got our... Wait a minute. Where'd I put it? Here's our sulfur. Where's our lead? Put it downstairs, I must have. There it is. It's like our first battery. Maybe there's an achievement. I wish there was an achievement for everything. Makes you feel good inside. Pop. 1 out of... how many? 3? Yeah, 1 out of 3. For a 300,000 electrical unit jetpack. Oh, of course we can't charge it in there. On Tuesday, we had Train Man Plays Chrysaor's Locomotion, episode 138, called Triple Something. Triple Passengers. Now, as a break from the normal freight service, we actually go out and build a couple more passenger trains. A lot of the episode is following them around, which is pretty cool, getting to watch them trundle through the system, even though it just serves as a way for us to work out the issues with the system. Maybe I should start expanding just the passengers and send them through branch lines and stuff for pathing viability. But who knows, they might become more tools than just passenger movers in the future. Now, with 13 passengers on board, we make the return trip. We cross over the coal yards on the way out, stop at a signal for something. Ring the bell, we depart from the signal, heading down the line. Another slowdown by the plastic plant. On Wednesday, we had War Thunder, episode 16, The Ever-Changing Crew. because I didn't have a single battle in there where we had the same people. The same squad entirely. I mean, we had the same people, but at least there was one person different in at least every single one of those. Really, it's just some Tier 2 battles flying around in the British plains, the hurricanes, stuff like that, Blenheim, working towards a Wellington. I'm almost there, but not quite yet.
I just realized that a couple months ago you can actually lock onto targets with middle mouse button. But that's the only thing.
You know, if I didn't have both of my hands on my joystick here, I would give you a nice slow clap. Exactly.
Oh, they had that in GTA for like a thing that you can do. I don't know what it's called.
Thing that you can do.
It's not a taunt. It's like an action. Oh, it's called an action. That's what they call them.
What was the button to watch?
Oh God.
Bombs?
On Thursday, we had Trains in Space, Kerbal Space Program, episode 56, the Elu Flyby. Now, we go because we don't have enough fuel to slow down. We take a lot of science, though, and get a couple of tech nodes done, but all of that doesn't matter anymore. You know why? Because 0.24 is out. And the next episode will be an introduction to 0.24, but I might be buying Space Engineers. So if I get Space Engineers, and if I get some people to play Space Engineers with me, I'm going to move over to Space Engineers for a little while, and then come back to KSP once all the mods are ready for 0.24. Because I really want to see what they do with this. All the mods that I use for the Feed the Kraken, which is like Interstellar, Fiddler Reentry, what is it, KW Rocketry, Kerbal Detachment System, that giant list of mods, including Ferrum Aerospace, which is a game changer. But yeah, once those are all set up, then I want to move back to actual Kerbal Space Program and see what we can do, because I'm so bad at that. You know, we'll see. We got our reports. We didn't get a surface sample. We did not put a flag on Elu, but we did plenty of stuff. Now, it's been like 15 years or something like that, 10 years since we've been here. But now we have 1,300 signs. Jesus Christ. Ruggedized vehicular wheels. On Friday, we had the Zombie Train episode 80, The Riverbank. Once again, I didn't have the time in the day to make that double episode for Grizzly Peak, which will be done this week most likely. So we worked on one of the last areas that isn't Grizzly Peak. Now that'd be the stretch down the slope from the 3-foot gauge to the 2-foot gauge. And we kind of tidied that all up and made it look nice. Doesn't have any trees yet, but it will in the future. You know, got some serious work done. I just sat down and did the whole thing, which was great. Talked about quite a few things. And, yeah. Am noticing here that it's about every other that I remember to put in the Zombie Train logo instead of the old Zombie Train thumbnail. I might want to rename it something different. I don't know. We'll see. Though no matter what, I feel like it's going to look like the slope changes at the point of the tracks. Just because of that. You ever seen the optical illusion with the pole and the arch? And you can't see the whole arch behind the pole because the pole's in front of it, but it's off center. And it looks like the two bits of the arch just can't match up. Because it looks like the pole is on center, and therefore the two different pieces of the arch are actually different heights, but they're not. The thing with that is, I feel like that's the same way with the slope on the mountain there, especially if it's not a constant slope, if it's a kind of curve. Anywhere you put that track along the curve, there's going to be a very, maybe not so subtle difference between above and below the track, and therefore it'll look weird. Though frankly, when you're driving on the layout, I don't feel like that's going to get to you as much as someone who's coming on the layout and looking around for geological accuracy, I suppose. But video of the week candidates, we only had 2 this week because I was away for a the large majority of it. I've been trying to limit myself to one video of the week candidate per day, and I was actually holding back on deleting the old candidates because it was right after I put out the video that I was going to wipe the playlist because I found new videos, and I thought, you know, I talked about these videos, people should get an opportunity to see them, unless you want to just throw that name into the Google search. Of course, that doesn't help if it's, you know, something in Russian or something. I know I've had those before. Now, as much as I want to give this thing the winner, it's the Doctor Who 50th Anniversary Tribute. It's a Lego thing. It's the Doctor Who 50th Anniversary Lego Tribute, I should say. It's actually very cool and very well done. They should totally make it a Lego game like they did with the Star Wars movies. It would totally be a game in and of itself. But very, very cool to watch. Now the other one, the actual winner, is called Ignition Sequences. It's a very cool music video with, I mean, the music isn't the spectacle. The music is just kind of background music, but the actual thing is this girl is spinning these spark wands or something, and they're spraying sparks all over the place in these really, really cool arcs. Except it's in reverse. So you see all the sparks pick up off the ground and swirl back into the wands or whatever they are. Very, very, really kind of mesmerizing, as a matter of fact. But all that aside, I hope you guys had a great week, and I will be going to college soon. Oh noes. Okay, something I should really talk about, though, just to diverge from the normal path of saying goodbye, is the Zombie Train. I'm up to page 27 in my voice acting, and I'm kind of trundling through it. It's taking a lot longer than I would have expected or hoped. But right now, the voice acting for other people is in full swing, so I'm trying to get everyone in that I can, just to get maybe those first few chapters out, maybe even without the video, but as an audiobook. We're going to have to do this in stages, guys. It's not quite a simple task. So it's taking me quite some time, especially as the kind of one-man army that I'm not. One-man video production studio that I am not. So we'll see how that works out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week. Try man out.